3 points would have meant tied atop the table in the league today going into the All-Star game. Was this a missed opportunity for your team?
Yes, it is. It is a missed opportunity for us because we came here with big ambitions, of course, but we couldn't perform because they were too good for us. As simple as that.
What made them so good on the day, do you think?
I think we had too many players who didn't perform at the level that I was expecting them to do for different reasons. And then when you play against one of the best, if not the best team in the league, if you players don't perform at the best, it's difficult for us to take something from the game.
What is it about your team, about Toronto, that when you face them causes problems?
I think it's first the quality of the players. I think the individual talent, the structure of the team, and you have to give them the credit because I think today they play well, and players performing, and that help as well, help the structure, and it was really difficult. It was really tough for us.
I don't know if at 2-0 it makes a big difference, but it seemed to not much in the way of that PK or the call.
Yeah, I think the call today went against us, and last week was a sending off. That is something that, of course, is frustrating for us, but that's not the reason why we lost the game. I think before we have to look at ourselves to see if we performed, and then we can talk about the referee. But today it wasn't, the PK didn't have a difference. I think we had a really good chance with Maxi to score the 1-1, and we didn't take it. And I think it's more us than the referee, I would say.
Patrick, how crucial do you think the loss of, or the suspension of Yangel was for your team today?
No, but I think it's not just about Yangel. I think when you look at Yangel not playing, Maxime wasn't here, Rodney is injured, Mata has been injured for quite a long time, and we, of course, we miss those players. But I think the guys who came on did okay. But as a team, I think it was difficult for us to perform. But I think when you look at the game and you look at their roster, I think just telling us that we're still a long way to go. But they've been working for the last few years, and we have to keep working and try to improve.
Sorry, along those lines, would you say there's still a gap between arguably the best team in Toronto and yours?
Of course, there's still a gap, and that is a big challenge for us because we want to challenge them. We want to challenge them, and we want to work hard because we are quite really ambitious football club. But if we want to challenge them, we need to work harder.
Would you say that Toronto's the team to beat right now?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I will say that. That is a team to beat. There's no doubt about it.
And also, have you ever seen a player with the level of precision that Sebastian Giovinco has?
I think I'm not surprised at all. I think he did really well when he was playing in Europe, and he just showed how good he is. I think if you give him space for him to express himself, he will hurt any team. I think nobody has any doubt about his quality. But if you are done defending well, if you give him a space, he will hurt you.
Patrick, for the first probably 30 minutes or so of the game, you guys were shutting down Toronto's attack very well. Where do you think it went wrong for you guys defensively?
I think it's just, I think we wasn't maybe sharp enough up front. I think we defended quite okay in the first half before we conceded the goal. And after, I think after that, we didn't have enough fresh legs maybe to have this kind of offensive transition. But then every time we had it, I think we were a little bit take too long to make a decision when we are around the box, or we make the wrong decision. But that can happen. I think it's a game that we lost against the better team tonight, and it will be important for us to put that on the side because we're going to have a massive one next week, and it's going to be a derby. So we just have to take to look at what we can improve this week.
Your team has shown that throughout your time, where a bad result is usually followed by a positive one. Is that what you're certainly expecting heading into that game?
Yeah, that is what I'm looking, and on the other side is quite really frustrated because since I'm here as well, we are lack of consistency in our result on the way we played the game. I think when you look at the way we played against Chicago with one man down, and you look at the way we played today, it's difficult for me to accept the lack of consistency in our performance.
Last week you were playing a little more high press, and TFC was in your backyard. It seemed like a lot of defenders for the Reds had a lot of time to move and set up in the back. Was that a conscious decision that you made?
Yeah, that was a conscious decision, and that's why I think that when you look at the first half an hour, they didn't create much. Even if you take off the goal in the first half, I think they didn't concede much. And you know, when you look at the quality of the players they have, you have to make a decision with the experience that we had against them. And I was quite satisfied in the first half because we frustrated them a lot. They didn't create much, and I think it was good. But you know, we give them too many space in the second half, and the game was over.